Welcome to the Chronicles of Gamers. You already know what it is, but we'll just tell you anyway. This is a show where we discuss our love-hate relationship with video games on this awesome podcast with my awesome best friends and co-host, fpnkUB, the console pimp.
What's up? Hold up.
And Lord Brioche, the bread slayer. Welcome, both of you. How you both doing? How you both doing today?
I mean, I'm doing well, video game maestro. I'm doing well. You know, had my PS4 on the corner just a few minutes ago, making that money. And Injustice too.
Not overheating?
Oh no, man. It's a good console.
It's good. Lord Brioche, how's the kingdom going over there for you?
The kingdom is doing well. Our our economy has been on the rise as of late, and we are currently having an influx of other brave warriors. So it's going quite well.
Damn,
Awesome.
We should use that in the United States, man. Just saying.
Dang.
How about you, Mr. Video Game Maestro, aka Gamer Composer?
You know, things are well, and got a lot to do as usual, but I finished an interview that had taken me over a month. It was 5 pages long. But yeah, so that will be out very soon. But this is not selfless plugins. This is all about the hype we're about to get into. We've hyped about things. We got so many topics to share. We got through E3. We know our E3 no-show hashtag
no
predictions. So, who's hyped about news? Who's hyped about things? Who wants to go first?
I mean,
Executioner, the console pimp, sounds like you. I can feel your face.
Well, we'll go first. All right, Goofy, take a seat. I got this. All right. Marvel versus Capcom Infinite, folks. You know, I get tired of talking about it. Not really, kind of, sort of, maybe. You would think I would. But to be honest, I don't. I really don't I'm going to keep talking about this thing to the end. So, I don't know if people knew this or not, but comicbookmovie.com reported some news when they talked to a few of the executives, a few people at Capcom, about why there weren't any X-Men and Fantastic Four characters in there. And it was quite weird to hear Michael Evans, you know, the guy who's working on the game, a few other people, he pretty much stated that he talked with Marvel very closely, and this is all in quotation marks, about their future roadmap, about what's going to be happening. Your current Marvel fan of today, of 2017, maybe they don't even remember some of the X-Men characters, but they know some of the Guardians of the Galaxy or Black Panther. Or, you know what I mean. Captain Marvel may seem like a strange pick, but she's fantastic. She fits the gameplay. She fits the story, and they're going to be really pushing her as a strong female lead all the way into the movie. We're trying to take everything into account and choose the best characters. So, that is his quote to comicbookmovie.com about why there's no X-Men or Fantastic Four characters in there. So he basically stated that a lot of current fans in 2017, would not recognize any of the X-Men characters. Any of the X-Men characters. Even though we just had a movie called Logan that's out on Blu-ray. They just announced that X-Men The Dark Phoenix is being worked on as we speak. It's just mind-blowing to say, like, no one would recognize any X-Men characters. Did we not just have a Deadpool movie? Are they not just working on another Deadpool movie? Deadpool technically kind of sort of is like X-Men. Even had X-Men characters in the movie. Like, what type of shit is that to say? Like, seriously, what the fuck is on your mind to say, like, any Marvel fan would not know X-Men characters? Motherfuckers still know Doctor Doom, alright? There are people who've never read comics that know Doctor Doom. There are memes where you see fucking Doctor Doom. Let me ask a question, guys. Lord Brioche? You know who the X-Men are, right?
Yes.
Can you just name 3 characters for me?
Wolverine. Wait, should I do it by like
you can just choose
civilian name or okay, for sure.
Choose whatever.
Like Jean Grey, Nightcrawler, Cyclops, Wolverine.
Look at that.
That was 4, but
I know. and 2 of them aren't even in the fucking, like, any Marvel vs. Capcom games that she just named. What about you, Gamer Composer? Do you know any X-Men characters?
Gambit, and Gambit, because he's my favorite.
Oh my gosh, clearly. What do I know, right? What is the current Marvel fan know, right?
And Storm. Don't forget Storm.
Of course. My gosh, if we mention Black Panther, you have to mention
and Rogue,
Storm.
because that girl's fire. So those are my top 3. I'm sorry.
Rogue, Gambit, Rogue. Ladies and gentlemen, man, I guess us as the current, Marvel fans don't know what the fuck any of the X-Men characters were. You would think the smartest answer to be would say, hey, Fox owns the rights to Fantastic Four, and they own the rights to X-Men. So we don't want to put them in the game because we don't want to give them money for the characters. We don't want to keep supporting them. We don't want to keep helping them because we want to get those rights back into Marvel Studios. You could at least say that. That would be like the smartest thing. But to honestly put in, like, to say that, to say something so fucking stupid. And yes, it's fucking stupid. Like, damn, how badly do you want this game to fail? Like, damn. At this point, it's only going to probably sell maybe 1 million copies because those millions of people, like that 1 million people, are your actual dedicated fans that you keep fucking in the ass. Like, my gosh. Also, I went on Twitter. I mentioned that as well. And you would be surprised at how much people love my tweets about how crazy it is that they feel that the most current Marvel fans would not recognize it. In fact, I was so surprised that I actually had X-Men, the animated series, people friended me on Twitter, and they actually liked my comments. I was really surprised by that. I got into a conversation with, like, Ludi Price about how we're talking, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? One person actually, in my tweet, Kim Haley, he didn't know exactly who the, like, Fantastic Four was, like, all of the characters, but he at least recognized the Human Torch and Mr. Oh my gosh, man. What the fuck is wrong with you, Capcom? Do you just want to fuck this game over? Like, do you really want Dragon Ball FighterZ to just, like, be the ultimate game that just ruined you? It's not even coming out until 2018 and you're fucking yourselves over. What the fuck are you thinking?
Please continue.
What type of shit is that, man? Oh my gosh. Like, that is the dumbest fucking shit ever. Current Marvel fans wouldn't recognize X-Men and Fantastic Four characters. Motherfuckers still know who Galactus is, and he's not even in the fucking movies. People want the fucking scrolls. The fuck, man? What type of shit is this? This is the dumbest fucking shit ever. I hope someone from Capcom is watching this. I doubt it. And I'm really glad that you're not watching this, because fuck you, first of all. But to honestly say that we wouldn't recognize any X-Men characters, fuck out of here, man. Are we fucking stupid? Fuck you. Fuck this game. Fuck everything about it. Just fuck it. Fuck you. Like, this is stupid. Fuck you. Fuck you. Out of all the excuses you have, this is it? Fuck you. What do you guys think? Real quick.
I think we got enough F-bombs for the show for today.
Oh, I'm sorry. Forget you. I'm sorry. I just feel like this is like the dumbest fucking thing ever. I didn't even mean to say that F word. That's just how pissed I am for you to actually just.
I can tell. It's almost up there with the Batman rant, but I had no idea it affected you that much. I'm just curious. Why do you care?
Why do I care?
Or did you really want to buy the game? And
no,
I have this affinity for Capcom, or
no,
it's really upset.
It's because of the fact of that statement. People already knew that there weren't going to be any X-Men and Fantastic Four characters because Marvel themselves kind of was dictating which characters were going to be in it.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but why does it matter to you?
Because I am a Marvel fan, and I feel like as a Marvel fan, that is the dumbest fucking excuse to make. You could at least tell people that Fox owns the rights. This is a conversation we've had multiple times, even throughout the cinematic universe. Like, why didn't you put the Skrulls in? Why isn't the Silver Surfer in the thing? Why isn't Galactus in the Marvel storyline? And then you tell people like Fox owns the rights, and they're just like, why don't you buy it back from Fox? Because Fox isn't selling. Even if you were to grant Fox $10 billion, they're not going to sell the rights.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you there. Lord Brioche, do you know that Fox owns the rights to the Marvel stuff or no? Or X-Men, excuse me.
And
Yeah,
Fantastic
X-Men.
Four.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so it sounds like Marvel fans already know, so I don't think they probably need to tell anybody. And they're just coming up with excuses, like everyone's got assholes. So,
but
cool.
That's the thing, though, and this is a lot of companies do this. Hell, I'm pretty much going to be talking about Ubisoft soon, and they're doing the same bullshit as well. And their excuses, well, we're doing it for the hardcore fans when you're clearly not. Like, I'm tired of this shit. I'm really tired of, like, fucking publishers just saying the dumbest fucking things, and we eat it up and we support this. I don't want people to support this game. I don't want, like, this is now my validation to say fuck this game. And I'm not saying it because the game is bad. I'm saying it because the fucking publisher is treating us like we're fucking idiots. Be honest, man, the fuck up and tell the truth. It's not that hard. We're all fucking intelligent human beings. We're all adults. Maybe a few kids will buy this shit, but hey, they'll understand. Just man the fuck up and tell the truth. Tell the fucking truth. How hard is it to say they own the rights? So we're not going to put them in. We're sorry. Play Ultimate Marvel. That's what we put on the PS4. The end. Fuck this. Someone else go, man. Fuck this shit.
Okay, so we're hype about people lying and not telling the truth. Lord Brioche, please take it away.
Yes. So, speaking of outrageous things, the new Tingle costume in Breath of the Wild has been causing an uproar, not only in our world, but also in the world of Breath of the Wild. So, you can watch videos online of Link in the Tingle costume, and I love the NPC reaction to the costume. You know, it just adds more fun to it, immerses you more into the world. Because, you know, even in real life, if you were to go out skipping in a costume, a very unique looking costume, people might give you strange looks and whatnot, and the NPCs do this too. So if you watch some of the videos, you can see some going like, oh, or like, oh, and then when you can see when Link, there's a specific video where Link, he circles around this one NPC, and no matter where he goes around the NPC's just kind of like, you know, like, what are you doing, man? But yeah, it's great. See, if I had the game, that would be my number one cost. I would fight all the bosses with it. I would scale every mountain with it. I would soar down from the heavens. I would ride the horses with it. Yeah, I'd wear that. Actually, I love I don't know, some people are like, man, this costume's freaky, but I love the costume.
Is this your first time seeing the costume?
No, it's not. But I just love that they put it into the game, because I feel like for people like me, hopefully there are more out there. But yeah, you would understand, like, it's a fun costume. So, and it's fun making people scared of you or startled.
NPCs are running for their lives when they see this guy. Like,
yeah,
you could probably beat Ganondorf just by showing up in that outfit. Be like, what's up? I'm ready to fight. Nope, I quit. It's yours. I surrender. The world is safe. I quit.
Like, hey, Zelda. What's up, girl?
Oh my gosh. She'd be like, you know what? I actually have a meeting. You know, I appreciate it. I got a Nintendo meeting.
Save the world.
I have a Nintendo meeting I have to head to, so yeah, I'm out of here.
Alright, yeah. So, but for those of you who do have the game, there are walkthroughs and guides for how to get the costume. And They're also, as I said earlier, they're also videos where you can watch Link running around in a costume if you don't have the game like me. But
or me.
yeah, there you have it. The Tingle costume.
In fact, there's a special way to unlock the costume. You have to fight 100 chickens. That's it.
What? No, thanks. I already know what happens.
Dude, I would fight 100 chickens for that costume.
All right,
good luck. You must have not played many Zelda games.
Yeah.
Regardless.
I don't think that'd be the wise move right there.
Yeah.
All right, Gamer Composer, would you like to take us on to the next thing?
Yes. So, my topic that I was actually interested in was a history of video games and having a foundation like an actual museum. The article is on developonline.net. We'll have it in the show notes. It's titled The Video Game History Foundation, Save and Continue. And so the founder of the Video Game History Foundation is Frank Cifaldi. And he really just wants to preserve the video game history as from where there are cartridges and other things of that nature that people can come and watch and, speculate and, wonder over in terms of like how there were like Taiwanese games and Korea games that most people don't really know about, and because the Japanese market had pretty much dominated and saved the video game industry from crashing back in the early 80s and whatnot, really in the late 80s, but somewhere like 1984. So his job is to kind of collect as many games and consoles and other things like that, and create like an actual museum so that people can come by and see them and understand like this is where we've come from and this is where it began and how go on and so forth. So I mean, like, it really speaks for itself. So I thought that was really interesting. But more importantly, I thought that he had said something that was really struck me. And he said, nostalgia is unproductive at best and harmful at worst. I think it leads to some sort of gatekeepery behavior in terms of people feeling ownership over how we talk about things or what something should be or what gender a Ghostbuster is allowed to be. He says that I'm sort of a anti-nostalgia person. So part of this is hoping that people start to talk about this content in more interesting ways than just nostalgia. And I find that very interesting considering that most of the time, a lot of the people, if you talk to men or women that were born in the 80s and they love video games, they're going to talk about like a lot of 80 games such as like the Atari, the Commodore 64, the Amiga, so on and so forth. And then you talk to people who, grew up in the 90s, it's always going to be about Super Nintendo, the NES. You're going to talk about...
Who talks about that?
The Sega Genesis, and... No interrupting, sir. Sorry. You know the rules. Anyways, you're going to talk about people like Sega Game Gear, Game Boy, etc., etc., and then you go into the millennials, and it's going to be Xbox, and it's going to be Xbox 360 or PS3, and so on and so forth, PlayStation 2. And so... I find it interesting that it's not about nostalgia, but he wants to start conversations that get people talking about other things besides that. And I can kind of see where that perspective is in the sense of just marveling maybe over like the Sega Mark II, which is something that never came out in the US, but did come out in Japan, and I actually seen that. And I was like, wow. And so I start worrying about like the technology and the limitations, the chips, the games that were made for that and other things in terms of, because that's not a part of my nostalgia, right? I didn't grow up with that type of console. I didn't have an Atari 5200. I only, I did play it on television, but that would be like, again, something nostalgia based that I should be focusing on. So I find it interesting that his goal is not to just have that, but to just pretty much educate people about the things that have come before. And, as we go forward, things that will come, and go into the museum and other people can look at and pretty much discuss.
I just like this idea of how nostalgia leads to gatekeeping.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do agree with that. I feel like I might have been that type of way for a little while with Sonic.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. So that's something I just wanted to share with both of you and the listeners as well.
That was good. Made me really think. Who plays Nintendo again? I don't think that many people. I don't think a lot of people play Nintendo. But anyway. I don't know what that is. That looks like a Game Gear.
You're right. It does look like a Game Gear. How would I know the difference? I don't know. Game Gear has it.
Still looks like a Game Gear.
That's fine.
Looks like a Game Gear that you're getting very intimate with.
I don't know who plays Nintendo either. So
he is getting very intimate with that Game Gear, ladies and gentlemen.
So, how about your topic?
Okay. It's just weird watching.
Just like
okay. I'm gonna go into
Fine, video off.
No. You can keep it on. Have fun with your Nintendo, man. Ubisoft. Assassin's Creed Origins and its multiple pre-orders. What the fuck, man? So I'm gonna shout out to T.O. Tellum. He
T.O. Tellum
sent me a little post telling me about how much it would cost to buy the new Far Cry and Assassin's Creed Origins. He might be spending close to $2,000 if he got all the special editions. I'm not with that life. But it's interesting to see that people would actually buy this. So
$2,000.
$2,000, folks. Think about it. You can buy an Xbox One X, a PS4 Pro, and a 4K TV with all that. You just gotta know the right people. Anyways, though, I'm gonna talk about a little bit of Assassin's Creed Origins. It's got 6 fucking pre-orders. 6. Now, of course, you should all know the deluxe edition is just like some extra shit, but it's an extra $20. Extra $10. Gold comes with the season pass and, some random bullshit. Pretty much, I would, say if you were like a hardcore Assassin's Creed fan and you really care about like their statue, which quite a few people do. I actually put it out there on Twitter, got me a little tweet back, got a little tweet. This guy named Lonnie Jackson, he told me that he bought the Dawn edition mostly because of the Assassin's Creed figurine that was in it. He didn't say about the DLC or anything. He just really liked the figurine. So the weird thing about it though is that there's one before that called the Gold Edition. Now the Gold Edition includes the statue as well, but it doesn't include the season pass. It doesn't include the steel booklet, and it doesn't include some art cards. And the only difference between the God Edition and the Dawn Edition is an extra $40, meaning that if you want the season pass and all that stuff, that's an extra $40. So somewhere in there, I feel like that statue might be like $50 or $60. So I could justify the Dawn Edition having all that other shit into it. But I don't understand why the fuck you have all these like pre-order fucking shit, especially Legendary Edition. This motherfucker's $800. It's $800. Comes with this freaking statue, and like the only few things you get with it, like to go from $160 to $800. Like the only difference is you get like another steel booklet. I don't know what for. Some lithographs. I don't know what the F that is. I'm trying to cut down on my F-bombs. And you get a certificate. What the hell are you going to do with a certificate? How does a certificate at $640, mate? What? What is this? Why are we? I don't even know what the fuck to say, man. I'm sorry. I was even trying to say. You're going to count my F-bombs?
No, I'm just counting how upset you are for 2 topics so far.
It's because
2 for 2.
Because this is pissing me off. It's just like, I was actually interested in Assassin's Creed Origins, and they're like, you could buy the Legendary Edition. The first thing you go on their website, it pops up as Legendary. That was the first thing that popped up on my screen. And I was like, why on Santa's green earth would I pay $800 for this? $800. I could buy a PS4 Pro. I can buy 2 of them. I can buy
PSVR.
Yeah. I can buy an Xbox One X and a PS4 Pro with that. Like, what? I'm sorry. Even if you're like the most hardcore Assassin's Creed fan, I can respect the Dawn Edition because that makes sense. That makes sense because you want to have everything. A lot of people really like that statue. That makes sense. Where does the extra $640 come from? You don't even have to do all this, Ubisoft. You didn't have to do all this. You really didn't. You could have just had 3. You could have just had the game, gold, Dawn, done. What is all this extra shit for? What is this for? You're not running low on money. You're not. Trust me. You're doing pretty damn well. We've seen your stocks. You guys are actually doing amazing. Where the hell does all this shit come in? Why do we need all this? What? How much money do you need? Damn! Why are we supporting this stuff, man? Why are we supporting the pre-order shit? Why are we supporting this stuff? This makes no sense. None!
Wait, so the legendary pre-order, it has the statue. Wait, is the statue different from the figurine?
No, no.
It's the same thing.
Same thing.
A certificate for what?
I don't know. It's just a certificate. So I'm gonna read you. I'm gonna read you what's in the Dawn, and I'm gonna read you what's off the legendary. So pretty much, it's the Secrets of Pyramid Mission, but you get that for pre-ordering, from what I heard from GameStop. You get the Ambush at Sea mission. You get bonus ability points. You get 3 of them. You get the Desert Cobra pack. You get the Season Pass. You get the Steel Book game. So you get the game in like a steel case. Mm-hmm. You get a map of like the levels, or the open world. You get the soundtrack, but of course you better damn well get the soundtrack. You get the art book. You get the collectible box. I don't know what's in the collectible box. The only difference between the Dawn and the Legendary is the collectible box is white in Dawn, but in Legendary it's blue. So, an extra $60 for different colors, alright? You get the figurine. You get the Baek Eagle amulet. But supposedly in Legendary it's a premium amulet. So there clearly must be like something different. Maybe the premium was like a diamond encoded amulet or something. But in Legendary you get another steel book, some lithographs, and a certificate. So
it just says certificate.
Certificate. I don't know what the certificate is for. Maybe it's to say, thank you for giving us $800 on something that you really don't need. Thank you for not buying like new consoles. You can buy like 2 effing Switches and like Mario Kart, and you can just LAN party with yourself at that point. I mean, damn. Like, seriously. Or you can just get arms. You can just like punch yourself by yourself, give it to your dog. Give it to your next. I mean, if you're trying to blow $800, you can just give me $800. I'll take that. That's fine with me, because that's pretty much what you're saying. Why are we supporting this crap? Why are we supporting pre-orders? Why is Ubisoft doing this when their game actually looks good? You can't wait till at least the game comes out?
Maybe it's not a money thing. Maybe it's like what you said. They're like, yeah, we're doing well. Let's just do this pre-order and see who actually buys it.
How many F-bombs have I dropped today?
I lost count.
Alright, I'm about to add another one. Fuck that shit, man. Fuck that. Fuck you, Ubisoft. Fuck you. I'm done. Someone else go before I start saying more fucks, man. Fuck you, Ubisoft. And to the people that are just like, hey, well, what's the big deal? You don't have to worry about it. Of course I don't have to worry about it. I'm not gonna fucking buy the fucking game. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure I think I dropped like 30 F-bombs. But at this point, it's just, if you support it now, then that means they can do it again with like another game. And then they'll do it again and again and again. And all it takes is an inch with these companies, and they'll take a fucking continent. It's not a mile, they'll take a continent. Because that's just how it is in business. If you're okay with one small thing, then they're going to push it to the limit. So I kind of feel like this would be the perfect time for all of us to put our foot down and just be like, I'm sorry. I'm not that confident in your game anymore to drop $800 on freaking Legendary Edition. And if, goodness forbid, freaking Far Cry stuff, their effing Gold Edition, buying some extra guns and stuff, that's exactly what we need. We need to buy more guns. Yo, so buy Far Cry 5, buy our Gold Edition. We'll give you some free fucking guns. Yeah, I love me some guns. Yo, let's pay $180. I'll give you a damn dead deer antlers head and the soundtrack and some more guns. Who doesn't love guns, right? Someone else go. You fucking Ubisoft. You play.
Gamer composer?
Nah.
Huh? You got something else.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Dude, I'm just in a trance of Ubisoft and fuck yous over here, so I just forgot what the hell I was supposed to talk about. Oh, yeah, so Upload VR got hit with a sexual harassment lawsuit, and I mean, this is hella old, but I just want to speak on it, just because I find it interesting, because I actually met the CEO this year, and the co-founder, and he was really cool when I went to the office, and I saw no sexual activities or sexual harassment going on. Then again, I was only there for a limited amount of time, so I guess, my opinion doesn't mean anything. But I just want to say that I didn't really feel like, I didn't really get the sense of that environment. I'm really good with, kind of understanding, maybe some things might feel shady in places, but it kind of sucks because he just opened up another facility in Los Angeles, and actually around GDC it was the launch of announcing that, and then he gets hit with the sexual harassment thing, and it just seems really unfortunate. And I know that some people were probably attacking him and saying, and some people spoke up and said they were having sex in the conference room and all kinds of stuff was going down, and VR is VR, okay? So maybe there were some simulations of some things, and I don't want to say that there's some kind of hyperbole going on, but then again, I wasn't there. I just think it sucks because the guy is super nice. I only got a tour straight off the plane going to GDC of Upload VR in San Francisco, but I actually got a tour before the facility was even finished in Upload LA. So that sucks, man. I want Upload VR to do well. They do great things. They have a great vision, and they're always giving you your best VR news. Leave the man alone. But you shouldn't be having sexual harassment things going on in your job if you are. That is not cool. Anywhere, anytime, any place. I am not advocating that whatsoever.
As long as you don't get caught.
Just be professional. Be professional. I'm sorry, I'm saying that because there's a Twitter war going on. And I just talk about being professional, and some people are just not professional.
Well, I feel like it's kind of too late to say be professional. I just dropped I'm pretty sure 30 F-bombs between Ubisoft and Cap.
But you've established that. But you established your type of your expletives early on in the podcast and whatnot. And the only reason I'm kind of be professional, no sexual harassment. That's the end of the topic I have to say, and I'm out.
Lord Brioche. You're out.
I mean, what do you want me to say?
I mean,
everything.
If you want to be honest, you could say we are VR. That would have been cool, man.
Oh, yeah.
Could have did some VR troopers, stuff if you really wanted to.
Well, on the topic of professionalism and sexual harassment, I pretty much agree with everything Gamer Composer said. I'm not on the other side of the spectrum or anything, so
that wasn't it.
Protect your fellow coworkers, stand up for anything. If you see something going on, definitely speak up, because if nothing is done, and you're there and you could have done something to help out, then you're also contributing to the problem if you do nothing. So
the more you know.
Stand up for your coworkers, stand up for your superiors, for your
self,
for the people who work underneath you, and for yourself. Absolutely, please stand up for yourself too.
And then stand up for Ubisoft, and forget them
and your rights,
and most importantly, stand up for VR Troopers, because they were the first VR company.
that face.
That face. She's just like, yeah. I don't know about that. I feel like it was the first VR company. VR. Alright, so since we're going to talk about companies and hats, we could talk about Nintendo and how Nintendo doesn't want you to call Super Mario their hat. They don't want it to call it a possessing when Mario puts his hat on people. He's not possessing them. He's actually capturing them. He's capturing people. Yes, that is what Nintendo. That is what Nintendo want us to say. So here's their definition of capture, so that way we don't get confused. They call it an act or an instance of capturing, such as an act of catching, winning, or gaining control by force, stratagem, or guile. Possessing is to seize and take control of, or possess, to enter into and control firmly, dominate, to bring or cause fall under the influence, domination, or control of some emotion or intellectual response or reaction. So, I just want to clarify the difference between capture and possessing. But Nintendo doesn't want you to think that Mario is possessing people and, changing their emotions and their intellectual response. No, man, Mario's just capturing them. Catching them like he's winning and controlling them by force.
Bravo, Nintendo. Way to use your words.
So yeah, man. It's gonna be quite interesting to see how many people Mario can capture, since we all know he's got to catch them all.
Get him. Nice bind that you did there.
I mean, I don't know. I just felt like the soul of Nintendo possessing it right there. That was a joke. Let's see. Shadow of Tomb Raider may come to America.
It may. So it also might not.
May not, yeah. Yo, man, let's go into a little bit of esports, man. Esports. So, there was an article that was released on Compete. What did I do?
I'm sorry. Just continue.
Esports. It's because of the background?
I'm very sorry. No. It's just... It's funny. Continue, please.
I swear, folks, I'm not doing anything. I'm just trying to...
He's not doing anything.
I'm just trying to bring a little hype. Esports! So there was an article on Compete, aka it's like a subdivision for Kotaku. It's like their esports thing. They had an article with a few female esports players talking about how they can close the gender gap. A few have suggested of creating an all-female league in order to create a safe space for women to come in and be able to compete and be at the best level. But there have been some, arguments from people saying if you were to separate the men and the women and create an all-female league, that's basically saying that women will never be as good as men in competing in actual esports games. And it would just create a further divide between men and women in esports like leagues. Now, there have been the case, especially in the FGC, where if a woman gamer does go there to compete, a lot of men get pissed the fuck off losing to females. Like, they get mad. Like, I've seen, like, one dude, like, almost, like, knock over a chair. Oh, what's up? What's up? What are you saying, man? So why did you go like that? What?
It's like so confused. I was just saying, like, yeah, sometimes that's me. I get mad when
Oh. So why don't you go
sometimes.
You go like that?
I can do whatever I want.
But if you go like that,
I could point that way.
Why are you pointing at Lord Brioche?
It doesn't matter.
What does she do?
Move it around anyway.
What does she do? So now your headset's broken. Anyways, yes. Just thank you, Chase. I know I definitely know you get mad when you get beaten.
Not all the time. It just depends what game I'm playing.
That's true. But
like I was very concerned that Lord Brioche was going to beat me at Gang Beasts at GDC. I was very concerned. I tried everything in my might to have that thing be a draw, if nothing else. I was like, no, not this one. Not this game. Any other game. And then when I got whooped at air hockey, oh man, I just don't play for like 2 years. It doesn't matter if it's a guy or girl, though. I just get competitive with that one. But yeah, Gang Beasts. No. I shall retire if that happens.
Damn,
from Gang Beasts.
You almost made Chase retire. You almost made him retire. That means you should train him, rematch.
I just want to play video games and have fun.
And that is actually a great point. It is true. Certain men do get, very competitive, and they just don't want to lose to women. And when they do, they really get mad. One person has thrown a chair down. A few.
I don't get that crazy.
A few have actually said "F you" to the woman when they lost. Yes, there's been stories. Even the Sherry chick talks about that too. When she beats certain guys, they'll say like "F you, man," cheating. Using top tier.
I think there should be. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Sportsmanship. I think there should be certain boundaries and certain lines drawn, and when those lines are crossed, there should be consequences. So if people, same thing in, I don't want to say like regular sport, sport like
you can
football
say
or
it's
soccer
fine.
or whatever. If there are coaches, like in soccer, there are red cards and whatever. So if people are getting ready to get in a fight or they're showing behavior that's not becoming of the environment and they're being rude or they're being disruptive, then action should be taken to stop or punish those players. So to make sure
diminish.
Not even diminish, just to stop it, because that's the sort of behavior that's probably scaring female gamers from competing, and that's not fair to them just because they were born female or because they look female. Everyone should be able to participate.
that's really slick.
What?
That's really slick of you to say. That's interesting.
No, because we're talking about like gender, right? So I mean, I don't know if like. Because you said, excuse me, my voice totally just cracked.
No, it's okay.
And like an all-female league, like someone might be trans, but
right. That's why I said that's really slick of you.
Yeah, like I wouldn't be able to. I see and I understand as I take it. So, anyways, moving on. So, for female gamers, whether they're trans or whatever the case may be. The safe environment I completely agree about, and what you said earlier, Kishiner, about like that separation, like in sports that's understandable because like females and males are built differently, so therefore physique is a factor that plays into physical sports. But for something like esports, I think that there's not that much of a difference between men and women that needs to be accounted for. Like you're not using like muscle or weight or anything. It's a lot of.
Well, I mean, you're using hand.
Yeah,
muscles.
And I figure
and
as far as
and mostly this muscle for sure.
Mm-hmm. And as far as I know, I think men and women can be fairly equal when it comes to like hand-eye coordination and communication and whatnot. So it would be really great if both males and females could compete within the same space. But the thing is, us, not only as spectators, but also as competitors, we need to be supportive and grow and nurture a kind of environment where both men and women can feel comfortable competing in the same space.
Yes.
So taking steps towards treating the more aggressive players appropriately so that way they don't, have outbursts and whatnot. I think that would be an extremely important factor to take into consideration when bringing females into esports.
What about you, Gamer Composer?
Equal opportunity for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's it? Really?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, Lord Bro said everything that I concur with. No reason to repeat it. Compare it.
Church. Okay. Well, as far as I know in the FGC, they've really taken some steps to stop people from doing that. And I'm not too sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure they do it in the other leagues as well, but I definitely, like Lord Brio said, don't separate it. Keep it together. Because I believe if you're really good at a game, you should be able to just compete. Mm-hmm. And I do, but one thing I do want is I want the pop-offs, man. Like if you're a female gamer and you win, pop the fuck off when you win. Damn, man. Like I pop the fuck off every time I win in tournament. I pop the fuck off. People get mad at me when I pop the fuck off. Pop the fuck off.
Yeah, it's not sportsmanship like.
I don't know fuck, I won.
That's why.
that's I'm an equal opportunity ass whooper, man. If you compete in a tournament, I don't care who you are. Gamer Composer knows. Whenever I'm in a tournament, I don't give no fuck. Everyone getting their ass kicked. I'm laying the hands on everybody. True story.
Oh, God.
This is true.
True story. I do want to talk. I don't know if we should talk about the Konami situation. Because I know Gamer Composer. Didn't you say you had like a friend in Konami? I don't want to make her.
No comment.
Oh. Yeah, I won't talk about Konami because of that. And then like the last but not least, I mean, everyone's already talked about it, but PlayStation not wanting to do cross-platform. Mm-hmm. Xbox One basically saying that, Sony should do it because even the Switch is doing it. Sony representatives said they're worried about the kids if they were to do cross-platform because they feel like it would not be safe and Xbox responds.
I just want to say one thing. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No,
it really pisses me off now that I think about it.
Yes! Chase, get a Composer's turn and get pissed. Yes! Let's go.
Hold on, let me zen myself.
No, fuck that. Get mad. Go Hulk.
I don't know who this Jim Ryan guy is at Sony, but somebody's got their head in their ass over there because they were talking about. I mean, you mentioned this thing now about like cross-platform, and then someone also said that I don't know why people care about the classic PlayStation games, and then in another interview. Someone had said again that Indies was relevant about in 2013 or 2 or 3 years ago, but not anymore.
And that's why he didn't show him this year.
Who the fuck hired this guy? Like, what's going on? What's happening? Like, what are you talking about? Number one, if you didn't care about the classics, people wouldn't be retweeting and making demakes and all this other shit from your actual proprietary software that you have on your console system. Number two, Xbox wouldn't be trying to catch up to you guys because you had introduced and welcoming indies, and Nintendo wouldn't have got their shit together because of that. So for you to just kind of pull the rug from other, from people, pulling like an Ouya or something like that is not very smart. But, I don't work there. But I'm just going to tell people now, look out for this Jim Ryan guy and, find him on Twitter and give him the business because I don't think he needs his job at Sony. I think he probably needs to go somewhere else because he's probably going to be ruining it for people. And I don't have a good feeling about it. And yeah, so it's just kind of odd that, Sony's having that idea of like cross-platform and things. And I understand like if it's like they're trying to make it where there needs like solidified titles, but then remember like they're shutting down studios low key too, like Guerrilla Cambridge Studios, who did Primal, they did Medieval on the PlayStation 1, Medieval 2. They were shut down last year, and because they made one VR game that didn't do well, which was Riggs, and I heard Riggs was good. It wasn't for me. It was kind of slow. Maybe I didn't know how to play, but it doesn't mean that they should shut down a studio that's been around since their very first launch of the console itself. They had been making games, and those games were popular, and they did well, and all of a sudden you just say, bye. Like, something's going on over there. I don't know. Shuhei Yoshida, please, like...
Almighty
Sean Layden, somebody like one of you guys got to do something about that Jim Ryan guy because he's not the guy for y'all. Like, and that's all I have to say about that. And he's probably in charge of that whole like cross-platform thing too because his name just keeps kind of popping up like here and there. I bet you I see his name one more time this year. PSX is coming up. They might have a presence either at Tokyo Game Show or Gamescom.
Game Awards. Game Awards.
I don't know if they're going to be there. I don't know if it's going to be about that, but definitely one of those three trade shows is going to be PSX, Tokyo Game Show, Gamescom. That he's going to come up again in some kind of article, and I bet you he's going to have his foot in his mouth about something. And I'm going to call him out on it. I'm going to really want. I don't even care. That's my professionalism for that one.
Why? You should go mad. Give in to the darkness, man. Give in. Give in to the hate.
No, I'm just going to call them out on it. Just make it aware. I just want to let the people know that they should look out for it too. I mean, the Sony people, because they really messed up a lot this year. They really fucked up a lot this year.
This year? What about last
year? This year. This year.
I kind of thought they fucked up a bit.
Do you want me to recap? Do you really want me to recap? Who watched the whole season of House of Cards in one day because of a E3 experience ticket debacle?
It was good though. The season was good now.
Oh yeah, the season was great. How did you manage to do that?
I mean,
because you were waiting for something to work, were you not?
Oh, I was pissed as hell waiting, but it was kind of like it's hard to be mad when you're watching House of Cards and you're having it's story's really good and you're getting caught up in it, but you're hitting refresh at the same time. So it's like I have one hand here and I'm just looking at the TV, just like.
And then you have the whole tell people to get on a network at E3 when you have over 40,000 people come to your show to maybe get a spot to play one of your proprietary games so that there's not a lot of line. Like, how is people going to get on that network twice out of the day to maybe get a spot?
You got to pay that money to use the better Wi-Fi.
If you can even get on that, because I know people who paid for it and it still wasn't any better.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Nah, yeah. So, number 2. And then let's not forget the Slumber Coma press conference that happened this year.
Everyone was asleep.
People were asleep. This is no joke. That is not a hyperbole by any means.
Oh, person was asleep.
If you haven't seen it, go watch the video of this year. It was like, what happened?
He was like,
I didn't know Jigglypuff walked on stage and started singing Jigglypuff and start putting people to sleep. Because if that happened, I need to go back and make sure that I play Pokemon Go this year and get that. Because that was amazing. No, it wasn't good. So they made a lot of mistakes this year. Please do not continue to go down this path. It's not looking good for you.
Maybe Mario possessed.
Oh dear.
Cappy possessed. I'm sorry, Cappy captured his fucking shit up. Mario Odyssey, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, and this cross-platform stuff is supposedly affecting Rocket League too, because they're really trying to push it, and they really want to do it for Sony. But at this point, they're just saying, fuck Sony, we'll just stick with Microsoft PC. So
hey, nobody wants to play ball.
Get it. I got it. Guess what? Guess what, guys?
What?
Chicken butt.
Well, that too. Guess who's got Tenjo?
Hey.
So for the month of July, now that we're done, talking shit, semi. For the month of July, we have a few games, 7 really. It's kind of a slow month. Not that many games are coming out. It's mostly just going to be DLC stuff. So I found the 7 games, which I think someone should review these games, right? I mean, goodness forbid. It shouldn't be as bad as it was in April.
Eurogamer.
You want to do Eurogamer?
Well, I mean, we could, but
It's up to you. Jinx. High five. Yeah, that was horrible. All right. So I got Eurogamer from Laura Brioche. What do you want to do, Gamer Composer?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Okay, fuck it. We're gonna do Eurogamer.
Oh.
Cool. So this is probably gonna be the most confusing one because I need to look up Eurogamer's review ratings. And of course, folks, once again, I'm doing it live, so you can't say I'm cheating.
That's just gonna crack me up every time.
I just want to make sure.
I love y'all. I love y'all for that shit. I love you. just know that I love you.
Okay, whatever, man. Damn, calm down. It's not even that serious. So
I don't have to calm down. Remember, you want me on high.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
Angst.
True. Okay.
Anger.
All right.
Be up there.
So here are the 4 that we can get, and I say 4 even though there's really 3. So Eurogamer has this review setting. There's none at all. Like they don't review it. I mean, they review it, but they don't give it like a recommendation, essential or avoid. It means the game is okay, but So we have none at all. We have recommended, which is a game that they really they enjoyed. It's really good. They don't want to shove it down their throats, but they feel like you should try it. There's essential, and they're basically saying, this is the game. This is it. This is the best of the best of the best. If you're not playing it, what are you doing with your life? And then there's a void that's saying, run for the hills. It's Dragon Ball Evolution. The end. So
Cool. I like it.
All right. So we have Final Fantasy XII, The Zodiac Age, coming out on PS4 on July 11th. What do you guys think?
Recommend.
Yeah. I'd say recommend too.
Uh,
Is it recommend or recommended?
Recommended.
Okay.
I'm going to say...
Please.
I'm going to say essential.
Oh.
I don't know why I'm going to say, but I feel like... I think I'm going to be wrong on this one, but I'm going to say essential.
But you also could be right.
I don't know. I've been pretty bad recently, so... Alright, so we got Fable Fortune coming out on Xbox One and PC July 11th.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say nothing at all.
Yeah, so would that just be like the plain review?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same for you?
I wrote in for... Yep.
Gamer Composer?
Let's see. Well, I think it's going to be a void.
Oh, damn. All right. Black the...
Nice to know that the ambulance is echoing that.
All right, so I won't edit that out for people. Yo,
That was amazing.
I feel so bad to the person that's in that ambulance, but lucky for them, the hospital is literally 2.5 blocks away from us, so they should be okay. Hopefully. Black the Fall, coming out on PC, PS4, and Xbox One, July 11th, essential. I saw Gamer Composer play that, and that actually looked really fun.
My friend worked on that game. I met him at GDC 2 years ago. Or last year, sorry. Yeah, he was really cool. Saw him at E3 that same year. Hooked it up with brilliant vinyl from the music for the game and stuff like that. So cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to those guys.
What do you
The
think?
game is actually really cool. I don't give a shit what Eurogamer says. It's essential.
Okay. Lord Brioche.
Going off of your guys's
Take your time. This is a real important decision.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm gonna go with recommended.
Okay, recommended. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, we have Splatoon 2, which comes out on the Nintendo Switch July 21st.
Recommended.
Recommended as well, yeah. What do you think, Lord Brioche?
I could be wrong, but
Nah.
It's just a review.
What do you think?
Just a review.
Just so nothing at all?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing at all. Alright, we have Fate / Exelia, the Umbrella Star, coming out on Nintendo Switch, July 25th. I'm gonna give it nothing at all.
recommended.
Damn, okay, recommended for Game Composer.
Fate, man. Fate's great.
I'll put recommended as well.
I don't know. I want to say recommended, but
Have you seen any of the animes?
I've seen them all. I want to say recommended. Fuck it, I'll say recommended.
See, nice to know I can just cajole you by saying a few things.
No, not really. Pride
Yeah,
coming out
really.
on PC and PS4 July 25th.
PC and
Pride,
PS4?
you said?
Yep, Pride. Pyre.
Oh, right.
Wait, Pyre?
Pyre.
P-Y.
Pyre?
Pyre, Pride, whatever the fuck's called.
Oh, it's Pyre. Oh my gosh, that's way different.
Pyre, Pride,
Thank you, Lord Brioche. My goodness.
Penelope.
Hmm.
Look, man, it's my first day.
Hey, fans, call him out on that shit.
Nah, that's cool. You already called me out on one thing. I don't need anything else, man.
I'm gonna put review, like just the plain review.
Plain review. So nothing at all. I was gonna say I'm saying nothing at all as well.
Pyre is probably going to be essential.
All right.
I mean, you guys got to know, like,
I do know, but I
Yeah,
know
okay.
that every time
well,
I
then
say
you
it,
would know that their games are like, boom! And yeah,
nah, I'm gonna say
I mean, they did Bastion, they did Transistor. Everyone is more. It's like it's an Uncharted thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a Last of Us thing in the industry.
whatever. I'll go with recommended then. Whatever. I mean, just by your explanation alone, it's giving me some Fallen
I'm gonna stop
Legion.
Yeah, there you go.
Fallen Legion
What?
coming out on
Fallen
PS4 and PS Vita July 25th. I'm going to say nothing at all. Nothing at all.
I thought you were gonna do.
Hey.
No, it's a different song.
Plain
Although
review.
I've heard some good stuff about Fallen.
I don't know, actually.
I still say it's going to be nothing at all.
I'm gonna say it's recommended.
All right. Lord Brioche?
Oh, I also said plain review.
Nothing at all?
Well, not plain review, but like just the review by itself.
All right, folks, we officially have it. We have our 7 games. We'll see who reaches. We can't even call it Guess Who's Got Tens. It's Guess Who's Got Words, y'all? What?
Guess who's got the recommends?
Yeah, Guess Who's Got Recommendations? I don't know.
You can call it the same thing.
I'll-
I'm
I'll-
just doing Eurogamer this
yeah.
time.
I'll let Gamer Composer to think of the name.
Sure.
But besides that, folks, we are officially done with It's All About the Hype. Woo! Hope you enjoyed it, because we're going to take a small break and we're going to move on to the next topic. So stay tuned.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. And now we're going to go on to Indie Radar, where we will talk about any indie games that you played or finished that you feel like it deserves a mention. So, Gamer Composer, would you like to start us off? No?
What do you mean, no?
No.
Start it off.
No.
Knuck if you buck, man.
Oh.
No, go first.
Okay.
First.
Okay.
For sure. So, a game that I came across recently is called Redditum, and it can be found on itch.io. It was developed by 3 students, based in Brussels, I believe it was.
Brussels, shout out!
Dude, yeah. So, Redditum is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful game with vibrant colors and really it's a otherworldly sort of environment. And I've only played up to, I think, like 3 sections in the game so far. And it's 2D, and you play as this character, and you're traveling around the map. And there aren't really any words. It has a lot of pictures, so it's more picture based.
Visual novel.
And when you talk, not exactly. You do get to communicate with other characters in the game, but when they speak, audio-wise, you hear like murmur, or like all these noises.
Yeah,
but,
I love it.
They have these speech bubbles, and they have pictures that are animated along with them, but there are no words, so it's sort of left up to interpretation. So when I first played, I was like, oh, okay, is there like some kind of puzzle I have to figure out? But it's a fairly easy game to go through so far. And the music I love the music because it has elements from like instruments from around the world, around our world, that is. And it's well mixed, in my opinion.
Nice.
And it goes, everything pulls in together well. The art, the gameplay, the music, the animations. So it's at least to me, it's a very relaxing game. There's nothing like too intense going on, nothing too difficult to figure out. So if you're in for a very visual and artsy and sort of more on the creative side of a game, then you should definitely try Redditum. So it's spelled Reditum, and you can find it on itch.io.
Okay. Will I need any tissues?
No, you will not need any tissues.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, checking that game out. It looks pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Reminds me of, I think, a game called, I believe, let me see.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Oh, no, it's called Samarost. That's kind of what it reminds me of. And that music is, whoo, that guy really knows what he's doing. But it's not a sound test thing by any means, but the game is really interesting. So the art of Redditum kind of reminds me of that, and like the style and whatnot. You actually might like that. Lord Brioche, if you like this one. So I have a game that's really interesting that was, I think, at Devolver Digital's outside thing called Minute. And it's spelled MINIT. And this is a game where you die every 60 seconds. But you can beat the game eventually in, I think, about like a couple hours or 3 hours. But every time you just you're trying to find things around the world, and as you continue, you get better and better because you only have a certain amount of time to get through the game until you die again. And when you die, you start all the way from the beginning. But I love it because they took things from Dark Souls and my favorite Zelda game, which is Link's Awakening on the Game Boy, especially like one thing that happens in there that you do. And I mean, you can tell it's like finding the sword on the beach, and that happens in Link's Awakening. They totally took that and put it in there. And I'm like, hell yeah, this game looks awesome. I like that they have like different puzzles that you can do and try out to get through the game faster as you understand like what's really going on. So it was created from the 2012 Game Jam from the Cartoon Network show Adventure Time, and they took about 48 hours to develop and build and deploy our working game. But it's only a one button, 2 colors, and 60 seconds. So it is. I think it's like really, 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 really cool. Really great idea. I highly suggest people check it out more to see if I'm not sure what it's coming out on. Let me double check, make sure.
Yes.
They've been working on it for more than a year. By some people as a finished producer. And let's see. If you can find out where it is, get it. It might be coming out relatively soon.
I guess it was really serious.
And ear out for that too.
We lost the call. It was
Minute.
Sorry, folks.
Check out the teaser trailer. It actually shows a lot of.
I guess he was just really into
the game mechanics and the style. And you can see what's going on too, as well.
Whoopsies. This happens from time to time. It's understandable. He was really passionate about the game. You know. Maybe he's playing right now. That's probably what I'm feeling.
Yeah. The Wi-Fi can only handle so many things at once.
Seems so. My audio people, you'll probably still be hearing them, or you probably stop talking. My video people, yay! I think he's coming back.
I'm back.
See, he's back.
Oh, there we go.
I'm back.
But he's not back, visually, but he's back, in spirit. Did you have anything else for Indie Radar? There he is. Nope. Did you have anything else for Indie Radar?
Nope, that was it.
All right. Well, I will definitely check out the game where I die every 60 seconds. And see
it's
if I
fun.
Can last.
I would definitely want to play it, so it should be good.
And then I will try out Lord Brioche's Sonic Colors. But we're going to take a small break, and when we return, we're going to come back with the next topic. So stay tuned. Hi there, guys. Welcome back, man. And now we're going to get into True Story. This is where we're going to talk about any video game moments that we did or amazing, and just feel like sharing. True story, man. Good or bad. So, who's got a true story?
I do.
All right, then it's all you, man. It's the Lord Brioche moment.
So it's sort of it definitely has a video game reference. My friends and I were playing a tabletop game, so Pathfinder, for any of you who may have heard of that. Pathfinder is kind of like the younger sibling to D&D. So, anyways, so we were playing Pathfinder, and my friend Nick was rolling, and he was trying to do something. We were fighting we're fighting a spider tank, I believe it was, and it was gargantuan size. So, for those of you who play like D&D or Pathfinder, it's pretty big, because I think it goes medium, which is like the normal human size, large, huge, I think, and then gargantuan. I could be totally wrong, but gargantuan's pretty big. And my friend was like trying to do something or trying to hit this thing. And because it's so big, like it should be fairly easy to hit it. So unfortunately he kept rolling really, really, really low. So he made an Overwatch reference. And there's a character in Overwatch called Widowmaker, and one of her lines is one shot, one kill, right? Because she's a sniper. So, but my friend, because he kept rolling and he kept failing, he was like, 2 shots, no kills.
I've been there before.
Oh,
so, but we finally did defeat the spider tank, another friend threw a grenade down the cannon and it exploded, and then yay, victory! So that was my true story.
2
Tabletop
shots,
gaming.
no kills.
Yep.
Nice.
That sounds like a true sniper. 20 shots, no kills. But 10 assists.
So yeah, like stormtroopers.
Yeah.
1 billion shots, no kills.
Stormtroopers had to suck, though. Or episode 4 would have been over with really fast.
True.
Gamer Composer, you got a true story?
No, I'm sorry. Do not.
Fortunately for me, folks, I do not either, man. It's been a kind of boring 2 weeks in gaming for me. Nothing special happened. I'm sorry. It's the first true story I don't have.
Shocker.
You don't have, huh?
Yeah, like I don't have anything. I don't even have a rage quit.
Dang.
I have a
Wow.
rage gave up, but that. I'm sorry.
All that Injustice you've been playing, you have nothing?
No one rage quits because
You had a true story this today that you were upset about, weren't you, for the show?
What? That was because I was doing AI Simulator for the first time, and I didn't know about that. Someone told me, like, you can, like, level up the characters that you're not playing using AI Simulator. And I was like, really? Man. Sorry, folks. I really had a boring 2 weeks in gaming. Like,
Weird, because you played nothing but games. I know this for a fact. As opposed to me, we played Breath of the Wild once this week because I was so busy. And that was only for like 10 minutes. And I was like, I don't want to do this. Because I'm looking for the strategy guide in person, and I can't find it anywhere in stores, hard copy.
Okay, man. All right, maybe I might have one. I don't know, man. Like, I don't think it was a big deal to me. I played against a Batman player, and he gave up. I made him, like, give up. Like, he just stopped moving. That was it. Yeah, like, I was just beating his ass so much, he gave up. The end. Yeah, but see, that's not a true story. That's not a true story. But I mean, that's not exciting. That's
All right. All right. So we can wrap the segment up then. All right.
So do you just want to go straight to the ending, or should we take a commercial break?
Do you guys want to play a little checkpoint then, or
Checkpoint.
yeah?
Yeah, find that one question for us.
Or do you want your own questions?
It's up to you.
Well, let's take a break, and then we'll come back because I got to make sure I pull them up, and so that we're all situated.
Okay. So
All right.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back. This is the segment of our new game that we started off about 2 episodes ago called Checkpoint. So this is the game where we're going to be asking some questions of our panelists and our best friends and all that good stuff. Who would like to go first?
Not it.
Lord Brioche, you're up.
Okay.
All right. So, Lord Brioche, what category would you like to choose from? Is it going to be Microsoft or random select?
Random select, please.
All right. So, I'm going to close my eyes, and the first thing my eyes open to is going to be your question. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, here we go. There's a true or false random select for you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ooh.
True or false? Quaker Oats had a video game made.
Quaker Oats
Mm-hmm.
had a video game made? That's a very broad question. Like, it doesn't have
No. True or false?
Okay,
Quaker
true.
Oats. There we go. You are correct. Quaker Oats did have a video game
Damn,
made way back in the 90s. It was so weird, but check it out. It was an interesting game. I can't believe the Quaker Oats even had the money to pony up the funds to make that.
Can we play it somewhere?
Yeah, you can download it as an emulator if you want.
Do you know what the name of the game is?
I do not remember the name of the game right now.
All right.
But I'm
Quaker
sure if you look it
Oats,
up,
the
you can find
video
it.
game.
If Kushner, your turn.
I choose Microsoft for 400.
Microsoft it is for 400 points on the Smackaroo Doonies. Congratulations, Riosh. You got the checkpoint for this week.
Ah, yes.
So you are saved. But, Executioner, here's your question. Under the Microsoft category, what game was the first to exceed 50 megabytes on Xbox Live Arcade?
What the?
Ooh.
What?
Here's a hint. Here's a hint for you. It's one of my favorite games, and that's the only hint you get.
What the fuck does that mean?
I bet Lord Riosh could even get this one.
You got like too many favorite games.
Well, there's only a few that I always talk about multiple times throughout the year. I bet even the fans could get this one. It is in the Xbox 360 era, like you asked for, so.
Fuck, man.
And you could get three. You could get 3 guesses. I'll give you 3 guesses.
Fine. Can it be a generic answer, or does it have to be like the exact answer?
It needs to be the exact answer because it's very specific. It is the first.
I don't know, man. Like,
I know, just you were playing on that time. You know, what game was the first to exceed 50 megabytes on Xbox Live Arcade?
Fable.
Okay, it's one guess, and that's no.
Jade Empire.
1 life down. 2 lives down. Come on, you got to get the checkpoint. You got to get to the checkpoint.
I'm not going to get the checkpoint. I should have done the true/false question. At least that would have been easier.
Well, the random selects would have been here or there too. So
you could have random select.
I designed this game for people to like really think about.
I don't know.
It really tests your gaming knowledge. So
Halo? Shit, I don't know. Fuck. I know you don't like the game. So
well, then that wouldn't be the hint, would it?
Look, I don't know what you have like many favorite games, and Xbox has like quite a bit of games.
And we're supposed to be best friends. Lord Brioche, did you want to give it a shot since you got the checkpoint of the week? It is one of my favorite games. Is the biggest hint to make it easier.
Deity
Quest.
He's right though. You do have a number of favorite
that I mention a million times a year. That I'm like, guys aren't best friends if you don't know.
Fuck out of here, man! You got too many fucking favorite games.
No,
only 2 came up, but I doubt that. Like,
okay, so if you had to choose,
I'm not looking up the answer.
You won't be able to find it. Wait,
no.
That's the funny thing. You guys are gonna laugh when you know the answer too. It's gonna be so funny. Because you're like, oh shit, I know.
Hey, so if Lauren gets it wrong, can I get her checkpoint?
No, because you just want points.
I'm good. What's the answer?
Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Yup, get up, man. The show's over.
I didn't even know that was on Xbox Live.
Remember when I was telling you about the guy who did a speed run with his blindfold, and he was trying to speed run Castlevania Symphony of the Night? He did it on Xbox. It was actually featured last year.
It was on Xbox
on Summer Games
One.
Done Quit.
That game came up in my mind, and I was like, it can't be that one.
But see, that came into my mind, but I was like, last time I checked, that wasn't there.
January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September.
That came into my head, but I did not think that...
last year, the year before.
I didn't think that was on 360.
But I said it's one of my favorite games. Eternal Ring and Castlevania, the only 2 games I mentioned multiple times throughout the year.
Also shy.
But you said Xbox 360.
Xbox Live Arcade is not a part of Xbox 360, Lord Brioche.
Okay, well,
Lord Brioche, can you vindicate me?
I don't care, man.
Okay.
I don't care. You
for the listeners, she nodded her head.
You cheated.
I cheated. Okay, sure.
I get the checkpoint. I got whatever. I lost.
Well,
whatever.
Lord Brioche gets her checkpoint for her question, but unfortunately, you should not
right,
yours.
whatever.
Maybe you should choose random select next time and be a little bit more.
Fine, I choose random select.
Oh, you want another one then?
Yeah, I can do one more. Why not?
Oh snap! Oh snap! He's getting testy over here, folks.
I want to choose false question.
All right, so I'm closing my eyes.
I see your eyes
random
open.
Select. closing my eyes, and when I
feel like he's looking out the corner of his eye.
And your question is, oh boy,
yeah, he fucking cheated.
So,
true, false?
True, false.
Good.
The Master System Super Compact never left Brazil. True or false?
What the fuck are you even saying? What? The Master what?
The Master System, the Sega Master System. It's called the Super Compact. Never left Brazil. Meaning it was never exported or, it was never released in another country.
False.
Your answer's false?
Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong.
You're pretty sure you are wrong, because the answer is true. It never did leave Brazil because it was only manufactured in Brazil by Tectoy, which is the company that still makes Sega Master Systems to this day.
I don't care.
Wow. So not even smuggled.
I think it was.
Smuggled, I would know about.
I think it was smuggled.
But through the company itself, they do not have any type of
I think I was right,
any type of retail.
I didn't get the checkpoint. Whatever, I don't care.
Okay, you might guess you got Tenjo for the Euro.
I don't really care. I don't want to win. Because if I win, people are going to start complaining. So I feel like the more I lose, the more people can just be like, see, it's not that rigged. So.
Oh my goodness. Well, maybe you have some selfless plugins that you can do that will make yourself feel a little bit better.
I don't have shit for selfless plugins.
Nothing? No Chronicles, Gamers, Gmail.
All right, well, anyways, it's that time of the show where we got to say goodbye. But before we do, you already know what time it is. It's time for Selfless Plugins! Go. And no, it's not shameless. It's not. Don't say shameless. I'm looking at you.
Shameless.
No, it's selfless. Selfless.
Shameless.
Selfless. It is selfless plugins. Go.
Okay, I have one. So, Cheesecake Factory, the bread that they bring you before... What? Hey, man.
She was on a world
so
tour.
the bread that they bring you before you order, like it's not appetizer bread, but it's like a lot of restaurants, they give you kind of like a starter or whatever. And so bread and butter. The brown bread is super good. It's fluffy, it's flavorful, and when you have it with butter, it's just... It's so good. So, if you have a Cheesecake Factory near you, go there for the bread. You can go there for the cheesecake, I guess. But the bread is
free.
Super good. And it's free.
You can walk out afterwards. Thanks for the bread.
Like I only came because Lord Brioche told me.
I came for the bread. Lord Brioche enters the kingdom. You already understand that people need to bow down and bring the bread.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my shameless plug-in.
Selfless plugin. Okay. That's it though? Nothing else? No Twitter? No. That's it?
I mean, the Twitter comes on later anyways, so.
Fine. Whatever. I don't care. Gamer Composer, you got a selfless plugin?
I do.
I'm looking at you. It's not. I'm looking at Lord Brioche because I feel like she's gonna try and say shameless plugin somewhere. Oh, it's not. I'm looking at
done.
You. Okay.
So Reality is on the summer Steam sale.
Yes, it is.
20% off. You guys want to get it now because it's the biggest sale of the year. And also the soundtrack is on sale too. If you want to get it on Steam, I know you Steam fools and you gamers out there, your PC bubbles, you may want to get it now because I don't know when there's going to be another sale this big. I mean, maybe next year.
Yeah, but
so
you forgot something.
What did I forget?
You forgot that it includes with tissue. It comes with tissue, man. If you buy the game, they mail you tissues.
It does come with tissue. It comes with lots of tissues.
It comes with 2 tissues. It's not that serious. You're doing a little too much.
Okay. All right, but anyways, so the game is on Steam and on itch.io on sale on there. Go check it out. Go play it. Game Souls said it was a visual novel mastery. So, and putting it up there with, with like Matrix and Dot Hack series and things like that. Also,
yes,
I have a new interview coming out soon. Please check it out. Marco Moronaka also did the service, and we had interviews on Head Traffic. So that came out last week. No, it came out this week. What's today? It came out this week because next week is Sunday.
Today's the first of the month.
So it came out one of these days this week, which is technically this past Wednesday. But new interview is going to come out on Game Sauce. So check that out. It was 5 pages of questions, and it was it was really, really good questions. It really made me dig deep inside myself and my past, and I'm sharing a little bit more personal things about as a composer and things that I've worked on for the projects that I've done throughout my career. So check that out. Also, please check out the Chronicles of Gamers episodes that we did before. We did the hashtag E3 no-show prediction.
No-show!
Brioche 1. I did good. Ifukishin did his best. It was dope. Then we have our show before that. And we have our show before that. If you're on iTunes, please give us a review. Let us know what you think. FIMI community, thank you so much. We see those upvotes. We love you. YouTube community, step your game up.
But I mean, they're doing a little bit, but you could step your
game up. FIMI community is making you look like sausages right now. So
they really are.
Wieners, in other words. But yeah, do that. We love when you tweet at us. We love when you Facebook us. Shout out to T.O. Tell him.
T.O. Tell him. Yo, man. The #1 super fan.
The #1 super fan.
So
T.O. Tell him. Tell him, T.O. Tell him how the fans do it, T.O. T.O. Tell him. It's so great. He gave us some codes from Honda Bundle and stuff that we're giving away to you folks. So if you actually like the Chronicles Gamers Twitter or interact with us, whether it be Lord Brioche or Executioner, the Console Pip, we've got a lot of games to give away that we're going to be doing one per week. But you gotta interact with us. If you got comments about the show, hit us up. Let us know what your points were for Guess Who's Got Tenjo. If you want to participate in Checkpoint, and just let us know. We will reciprocate and we will reward you. Thanks to T.O. Tellum. So we appreciate that. So check this out this week. We will be doing a giveaway. Might as well for the holiday. And I think that's it for the selfless plugins.
What did I just say? It's selfless plugins. We see you.
Get 'em.
Oh, I sneezed.
We see you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
I would say it, but you weren't sneezing. ChroniclesGamers.com. ChroniclesGamers.wordpress.com.
Yes.
Email us at the Chronicles of Gamers podcast @gmail.com. You can follow us on Facebook, The Chronicles of Gamers. You can follow us on VidMe, The Chronicles of Gamers. You can follow us on YouTube, The Chronicles of Gamers. You can follow us on Twitter, COG Podcast, aka Chronicles of Gamers. You can follow us on Google, The Chronicles of Gamers. You can follow us anywhere besides our actual homes, but you're doing that now. But I'll do some editing, so yeah. Yo, #1 super fan is giving out free codes, man. So be on the lookout. Start listening to more episodes. Start commenting more. We're gonna have more detail on the blog. So
yeah, we got some cool stuff coming up too, like a couple different article projects and things like that I found in my archives from like a year or two or something, whatever ago.
See.
So
giving away free shit.
Really good codes. Really good games.
All right.
I think one is on like Headlander and another one is something like that. We know you want them.
Look, we're gonna post
play those games. We're
gonna post this on Twitter later. We're gonna post it on the Facebook page, Facebook group. I don't know what else you guys want, man. We're doing so much.
One of us will choose the most.
Yo, Goofy will choose the winner.
Person. Oh, Goofy will choose it.
No, because then if I let Goofy choose the winner, then you guys will think I'm cheating. Yeah.
Oh goodness!
I feel like you cheat. Guess Who's Got Tenjo? Well, I don't cheat. Guess Who's Got Tenjo?
I guess just be nice too, but yeah, call us on our shit.
Look, it's fine.
we
I appreciate you calling me out, but I don't cheat. Did you clearly see I'm losing? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I'm out of here. We're out of here. So, stay lit.
Skiggle.